Understanding what makes a narcissist tick and what truly scares them can be a game changer for anyone who's dealt with their toxic behavior. When we talk about narcissists, we're referring to individuals with a grandiose sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. But what's brewing beneath the surface? What keeps them up at night? Narcissists are known for their charm and charisma, but beneath this facade lies a complex web of insecurities and fears. They thrive on admiration and control, often manipulating those around them to feed their ego. Their relationships are typically transactional, where they seek to gain something, whether it's validation, power, or simply a reflection of their self-perceived greatness. However, this need for control and admiration can be their downfall. One of the most significant challenges with narcissists is their inability to form genuine connections. They mimic emotions, they don't feel them. This superficiality can make their relationships feel hollow and unfulfilling to others. But what's even more intriguing is what happens when their expectations aren't met. How do they react when they encounter someone who doesn't feed their ego? Their reactions can range from anger and aggression to playing the victim. But there's a deeper fear at play here, the fear of being ordinary, of being ignored, or worse, being irrelevant. When you peel back the layers of narcissist persona, you're left with a person who's desperately trying to avoid feelings of inadequacy. Loss of control is a significant fear for narcissists. They obsess over maintaining their image and influence over others, often to the point of it consuming them. Imagine someone who's used to being the center of attention suddenly finding themselves ignored or, even worse, replaced. The panic that ensues is real. They also fear a lack of admiration. Their self-worth is heavily dependent on the validation they receive from others. For instance, a narcissistic boss might throw a tantrum if they don't receive the desired praise for their work. A narcissistic partner might become overly critical or distant if their partner doesn't provide enough admiration. These behaviors are rooted in their deep-seated need for validation. Facing authenticity and genuine emotional connection is essentially a nightmare for a narcissist. When they're confronted with someone who sees through their facade, someone who isn't swayed by their charm or intimidated by their rage, it threatens everything they've built. Genuine connections are based on mutual respect, trust, and understanding, elements that are foreign to a narcissist. The reason this is their ultimate nightmare is that it undermines their entire existence. Their whole life is a performance, a carefully crafted illusion designed to garner attention and admiration. When someone cuts through this veneer, it exposes the emptiness within, forcing them to confront the very thing they've spent their life avoiding: themselves. In conclusion, understanding the dynamics of narcissism and what truly frightens them can be incredibly empowering. It helps you navigate these toxic relationships with more confidence and clarity.